welcome back. I am planning another week here in my Avalon and Ninth academic planner. I've been using this planner for years. Destiny had an academic planner. I used that one for a little while. Concept basically the same. You know, you've got, I like it because I feel like you go horizontal and vertically. So for my ADHD, this works the best. Let me just a smidgen. Okay, so we're rocking and rolling. This is what last week looked like using the freebies for April. Where's my 6? Did I not put I did put a 6 there. Who knows where it is? Okay. But this is how it turned out. And now we are this week. Today is Thursday. It has been a weird, crazy week. We're actually leaving today to go to Somerville. My grandparents' 70th wedding anniversary is today. So we are celebrating. We're going to be back tomorrow. So anyways, but I wanted to get this up, and I'm using Andrea Dawn's birthday kit, Sip Happens, because when this goes up on Monday, it'll be the 14th. It'll be the first day of birthday celebration week. And if you are new here, it is a fun party. Usually it's just a day, but because her birthday falls on a Monday, and it falls the Monday after Easter holiday weekend where everybody is super busy, I wanted y'all to be able to fully take advantage of the sale, because the sale is always, the percent is how old she is turning. So 43% off, and it goes from Monday the 14th to Monday the 21st, which is insanity, I know, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna get this party started. Like I said, today is the 10th. It has been a really busy week, and yeah, and then now we're going out of town today. I was live in my Facebook group last night and showed off some of the new releases. I haven't even gotten them all done. I don't know why I picked that Wednesday to do. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, it is what it is. I am just all kind of flabbergasted and turned around, and you know, whatever. So this is the birthday kit, but oops, I just dropped that. It had other papers, because I know not everybody drinks wine. So it had dogs drinking coffee. And how cute, and dogs drinking beer. How adorable is that? So she wanted, I'm going to spit it out in a second. She wanted dogs drinking wine. So, and then when I saw those other two, I was like, yeah, we got to do all of this. So, of course, I went ham. So, you know, that is 3 different sets of papers times, I offer kits 4 ways: weekly, cousin, academic, and now journal. And each kit has 5 pages. So that is 60 pages that I designed, if my math is right. I'm really bad at math, but I think so, right? 4 different kind of kits. They each have 5 different pages, so that's 20 pages for each set of papers, and I have 3 sets of papers, so I think that's 60 pages so far. And then of course the journaling kit that I showed, I did a YouTube video of. You know, I did it first in the Death by Rainbows, which is the name of the kit. That's the name of the kit. Here's what the small boxes look like. So that's coming to the shop. And then I also a snarky Mother's Day kit. So I am running out of time slowly, because tomorrow we're going to get back kind of early. We're going to leave Somerville a little bit early because I got to get back and work. Tomorrow night we have supper at church again, and then Stations of the Cross, which the teens are doing live Stations of the Cross. So I want to do that. So that starts at, like, supper starts at 5. And then Stations of the Cross start at 7. So there's a lot going on tomorrow. And then Saturday, as we get closer to my sweet girl graduating from RCIA, and will become what we call convert Catholic. They get accepted into the church. Their confirmation is on Easter Vigil. So next Saturday. So this Saturday we have practice, like a Lenten practice from 2 to 5, and then Mass from 5 to 6. So Saturday, like, I got a little time in the morning, little time in the afternoon, and then I'm going to have to work all day Sunday. So I was like, Russ, no plans on Sunday. We're going to church Saturday night. Because Sunday is do or die. Like, it's got to be done. Because the sale starts Monday at 10 a.m. And I have a rosary ministry at 10:30. So I'll be gone. Like, yeah, I got to get everything set up. The questions set up. It's just, I got a lot going on next week also. Here, we're just going to use this Sharpie pen. Because it's laying right here. And that's how it's going right now. If it's laying here in front of me, I'm using it. If it's not, then I don't need it. This week has been pretty busy. Today is Thursday. Like I said, Monday was the only day that I did not have anything going on, which is good because it rained all day Monday. It was so gross. The dogs snored underneath me, and I got a lot of work done on Monday, which was good. So that was nice that I got all that done. And then Tuesday, I've got food pantry, and then I had to run a couple errands, and then I came home and I worked, and then I had to get Russ's oil changed in the Jeep, or in the truck, because it was kind of past due. It was on my Jeep also. So Wednesday, I was supposed to not have anything going on. And then and then it turned back into, so Russ, when working at Michelin, every 5 years they get so much money. Wow, that's a big old chunky S, which is great for meals. And that's a lab, so that's even perfect. We like to call Willis our labragator because he eats anything and everything. So anyways, oh crap, where was I going? Anyways, okay, so we had to get a quote because the Jeep needed new tires. So what we do is you get a quote, you turn it in, and then they send you a prepaid debit card. Well, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks. So the debit card finally came in, and we had the money because it only covers the cost of the tires. It doesn't cover labor, or the balancing and alignment part of it. So we had the money. We'd been saving, so we had the money for it. So when I was getting Russ's oil change, I was like, hey, can we go ahead and order these tires, thinking it would take a couple days or whatever, and I would be doing it next week. And she was like, oh yeah, they can be here tomorrow. They'll be here later this afternoon because they come from a warehouse down in Columbia. And she was like, so she was like, do you want to do it tomorrow? And I was like, crap. I knew if I didn't get it done, I wouldn't get it done. And I was like, yeah, okay. She was like, can you be here at 9:30? And I was like, yeah, no problem. She was like, it takes like 2 hours. Blech. Of course it does. So on Tuesday, I loaded up with getting a crap done of listings set up and ready to go. So that way, I could work on listings while I was sitting there. And that's crooked. This is 2025. I know that sexism is never gonna go away, but just the fact that it was a woman who was at the desk really pisses me off, because I want to be like, why are you not looking out for your fellow females? So I check in, not even, they take my Jeep back, not even 15 minutes later, this guy comes back and he's like, your oil housing something is cracked and you don't have any coolant and you don't have any oil, your oil's leaking, blah, blah. And he was like, and you need this and that. And it was like $2,000. And I looked at him and I was like, I'm going to need to call my husband. And he's like, okay, well, tell him that this is what's going on and we need to get it taken care of. And so I called Russ and I said, hey. And he was like, what's up? And I was like, so they told me. He goes, oh boy. And I told him and he said, absolutely not. He said, I've been driving that Jeep for 2 days. He goes, if there wasn't any coolant in it, it would have overheated. He goes, and we don't have any oil on our driveway, so there's no oil leaking. He said, no, tell them. He's like, you do need an oil change, which I knew that, and I meant to tell them when I dropped it off or got there, like, hey, I need an oil change. I totally forgot. And he was like, no, you want the tires put on and you want the oil change. That's all. And I said, okay. So I go up to the counter and I tell the girl, I said, I'm not doing this. She said, oh, okay. Well, just make sure that you let your husband know, like, you really need to get it done. And I said, yeah, no. I said, he's been driving the Jeep for 2 days and we don't have any oil in our driveway. I said, he said he would look at it. And she's like, oh, okay. And she said, well, did you want to go ahead? Like, I said, well, what's the total for today going to be? And she's like, well, it's going to be this. And I said, this is like $600 more than we were quoted. And she pulled it up and she was like, oh, the tires have increased. Let me match the quote. And she's like, and you need this alignment, but I can take $20 off. And I said, you don't balance and align the tires whenever you put them on? And she just looked at me and I was like, and she's like, well, yeah, but you want to align them like computerized, like just feed me a load of crap. And she's like, I can take $20 off, so it'll be $100. And I was like, no, I don't need this. And she's like, well, you don't want to ruin your new tires. And I just looked at her and I said, my husband is a certified AES mechanic. I said, he works at Michelin. And I said, if I need any of this, he'll make sure it gets done. And I like, what? Like, where's your loyalty to your fellow women? Like, how are you trying to hose me for this? I told Russ, I said, I like to be independent. I like to do things myself, but this is the type of crap that pisses me off, that makes me not want to makes me not want to take my car. And I was trying to, I know that he doesn't, after working 70 hours, he doesn't want to go sit for 2 hours in a car place on a Saturday, one of their busiest days. I know he don't want to do that. And I'm like thinking to myself, this can't be that hard because, it can't be, surely they cannot want to hose me like this, considering that, they know my husband works for Michelin and, we're here to get the tires put on. Like, but yeah, oh yeah, they totally tried to hose me. So, I was so irritated. I told Russ, I said, this is the kind of crap that makes, like, first of all, women feel uncomfortable because there was 5 other men in the room with me. And I wanted, after the one guy walked out, I wanted to be like, nobody gonna stick up for me? Is nobody gonna speak up and say, you don't need that? That's bullshit. Nobody. So I told Russ, I said, just promise me that if you are ever in a place like that and there's a woman getting hosed and they're trying to sell her crap she don't need, please speak up for her. And he's like, of course I will. He goes, and I have before. I was like, you have? And he's like, yeah. He said, the last time I was getting my oil change, they came in and told this woman she needed all this stuff. And she just kind of looked like she was dazed and confused. He goes, and I looked right at the guy and I said, that's bullshit. She don't need that. And he's told the one, he goes, you don't need any of that. And so she didn't get it. Like, I said, thank you, honey. Thank you for being a decent human being, because they totally try to take advantage. I mean, I don't know anything about cars. I do know how to check my oil, and I do know that if something was cracked and leaking oil, our driveway would be full of oil, and it's not. I mean, granted, my Jeep doesn't move very much, but I know that there's no oil leaking on the driveway, because Russ would immediately try and find it. He's a grease monkey. He has been his whole life. He worked in Jiffy Lube throughout high school before he went to the Air Force. He worked on the flight line in the Air Force on the airplanes. He has built and fixed and built Jeeps, a C10 Chevy truck. He was changing our oil for the longest time until he was like, I'm too old to be climbing around on the ground like this. And so I know, like, it just pisses me off, you know? So anyways, that's my gripe. Let's see here. So I was just really upset. Because I mean, they're trying to tack on an extra $2,000. I mean, unlucky for them, lucky for us. We don't have that kind of money floating around. So even if I did truly need it, I'd still be shit out of luck. So, but yeah, I was just like, what the heck? Like, that kind of stuff just pisses me off. We had that happen once. Y'all, I'm on a tirade, apparently. So the house that, so not the house we live in now, but the house that we sold, we built. And we had been in that house, I don't know. Y'all, this gray on here, like, I gotta change this TV. It's supposed to be gray. It does not look gray. I'm gonna have to make it pink. I might have to do I don't know. These work. Anyways, okay, sorry. So we were in this house, and, hold on. I'm trying to remember everything that I did, because, you know, it's Thursday, so now my beginning of my week's going to look super pumped. Anyways, okay, so we were in this house, and one day, like, they were still building in the neighborhood. So luckily, you know, the contractors, or the project manager and stuff was still in the neighborhood. So one day I go, because it was upstairs, downstairs, and I go to use the bathroom in the powder room, and I walk in and I turn around to sit down on the toilet, and water comes up through the cracks on the floor. And we had the laminate hardwood flooring, and I was like, whoa, that's not right. So I call KB Homes, they fill out the form to get someone to come out and come take a look at it. And so I need more. Like, I did not print enough of the box, like enough sheets to go with this kit. So I am struggle busting a little bit right now, because I need more. Let me pull out my handy dandy functional stuff from Amanda, the years that I have. Oh, look, and that's perfect. There is some red winey looking color right there from August of 2023. I need to find my oldest one. Anyways, okay, so the contractor guy comes with one of his workers or whatever, and he comes in and they take a look, and he's like, he goes, it looks like there's not a wax seal around the toilet. And I was like, oh, nice. So Russ is standing there too. And I was like, oh, great. And then he said, we'll come in and put a wax seal and replace the flooring. And I said, are you going to replace the subfloor? And he looked at me and he goes, well, if there's damage, but we don't just replace subflooring. And I looked at him, I said, look, buddy, just because I have tits doesn't mean that I'm an idiot. I said, when I sat on that toilet and there is effing water coming up between, I'm pretty sure the subfloor is soaked through. And except there was a lot more foul language involved. So, anyways, he just stared at me, and Russ shook his head, laughed, and walked away. Sure enough, they had to replace the subfloor. Like, dude, the subfloor is obviously soaked through if water is seeping through the cracks of the floor. And we'd been in that house 3 months. How do you forget to put a wax seal on? Like, I hate new builds. I hate new builds. That's why when we moved, I was like, we were finding an old brick home. Which there's still issues, but they're not thrown up like, what is that, Lincoln log houses, that we built when we were kids, Lego houses. Like these housing communities go up in like 6 months or less. I was like, that's a strong wind is going to blow all that over. Y'all. You hear me getting frustrated, like rage. So, anyways, yeah. What did we do Monday night for supper? We did Monday night. What did I cook for supper? Because I'm still cooking. That's my Lenten thing. I'm still cooking. What did I do Monday night for supper? I know we did tacos on Tuesday because tacos are always Tuesday. I just find different ways to do them. Oh, we did hot dogs and fries. Because Publix had hot dogs and hot dog buns, buy one, get one free. Okay. So, anyways, Wednesday, that was last night, we did pizza because I had a lot going on and I was tired and we needed some. And they had the frozen pizzas, the Freschetta ones. Oh my gosh, those are the best frozen pizzas, guys. Buy one, give them free also at Publix. They are the best frozen pizza I've ever had. And they're so delicious and wow, best. I'm a connoisseur of frozen pizza too, I feel like. Anyways, so, anyway, so we had so much trouble with that house. I was so happy to get out of that house. I was ready to get the heck out and just move. But yeah, like my sister's house, I mean, Lennar, don't ever buy a Lennar house. I'm telling you right now, if you have a contract with Lennar, cancel it and find a new house. So my sister's house will be a year in July, right? Or is it 2 years? A year. Yeah, it'll be a year in July. Nope, maybe 2 years. This is not fitting, but that's okay. Anyways, she has sinkholes around her foundation, and they're trying to tell her that all they have to do is put sand and rock in it to fill it. She had a soil engineer come out, and he was like, it's not going to happen right away. He said, but your house is going to sink. He goes, you're going to have to get them, like, you're going to have to sue them. So, and because Lennar is self-insured, they won't admit fault to anything until court ordered. There's another house in her neighborhood that had to be condemned and rebuilt because of those issues. So, yeah. Let's see here. Oops. I worked on, but yeah. Listing pics all day. So yeah, and she's already talked to a lawyer, and a lawyer was like, well, since like it's just beginning, she goes, you need to be documenting everything. If we go to court, they're just gonna fight it, and there's not a lot to go on. So, which I'm like, not a lot to go on. What the hell are you talking about? But I mean, there really isn't, like, because it's not bad. I was like, how bad does it have to get? But okay. So let's see here. What else do I want to... Oh, here we go. So, but yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah. And I mean, there are so many people with, I did finish this kit, with issues. Like one day Russ and I were there and it was like a bad wind and rainstorm or whatever. And we look across the street and the guy's freaking vinyl siding is like blowing up with every wind. Like this giant piece is like blowing, like hanging on by a thread. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, so anyways, yeah, I don't care if I won a Lennar home, I would sell it and move. So yeah, they are crap on a cracker is what they are. But there's some gray. Let's do some. Oh, here's a darker gray. Y'all have been doing this reel a day challenge. Oh, so if you're on Instagram, I would love if you would just go watch all my latest reels and give a little like, a heart that bad boy, because I'm doing a reel a day challenge. And it's not that you have to get the most likes or anything. It just, like every content creator, the freaking algorithm, it helps just push it out more to other people. So if you could give a little heart, but I'm trying to do this reel a day challenge thing where every day you post a reel every day for 30 days. So far, I mean, I have gained some new followers, but it's had a lot of people commenting, and that's been really nice. So, which always helps, because it also helps push my business in front of people, All right. So, but yeah, if you could, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. But, anyways, okay, so that was my Wednesday. Let's see here. No. I'm getting a lot in this box. But today we are leaving and we are going to Somerville. My grandparents are celebrating, like I said, 70 years of marriage. My grandma was 15 when they got married, and my grandpa was 19. So, my mom and dad and my Aunt June and Uncle Gary they're all having dinner. The 6 of them are having dinner at their house because my grandmother has dementia, and so large crowds and stuff, even though it would all be family, would be very overwhelming for her. I love Amanda's little squiggles, but man, they are delicate. So they're going to all have dinner, and then we are going to go over there. All the grandkids, great and great grands, we're going to all stagger between 6 and 8 and do dessert with them. So, and then tomorrow we'll be back. So we're doing that. Oh, that's going to cover up the word important. How about... So, we'll do that. And then... I think I like that. We're just going to draw a little arrow. There we go. And then on May 3rd, I know that's far away, but May 3rd, my parents are celebrating 50 years of marriage. How cool is that, guys? That's like so freaking cool. Oh, let me get another. No. Where is... So, they're celebrating 50 years. Oh, here we go. And I want to do something really, really cool for them. Oh, here we go. This is what I can do. Oh, wait, I know what goes there. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Yeah, I just said that. Oh no, am I out of Bible of the Year? Oh no, I think I'm out. I am. So I gotta print my Bible in a year and my rosary. Let me see if I've got them printed over here. Talk amongst yourself. Oops. Okay, I don't. So I need to print those because I think I ran out. Yeah, I ran out last week. Okay, so I got to print that. So I'm going to leave that blank. This Sharpie pen sucks. That was pink. We're just going to do regular black since there's all this. But yeah, so I don't want to say what I'm making for them because sometimes what I'm doing for them because sometimes they watch these YouTubes. I think it's been a while though, so we could be okay. I think we're okay. I don't think they watch them in a while because my dad usually will say something to me if he watches it, so I think we're good. Okay. So anyways, I gotta concentrate. Hold on. Uh-oh. I think I did that too fat. Nope. Whoo! Lord. Made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Awesome. Ta-da! Okay. Haha. Yay. Okay. Okay. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be safe because that's right. They haven't said anything lately. So mom and dad, if you do happen to be watching this, please turn it off. So I've been watching YouTube videos. Y'all, I am going to make them a bridal set of rosaries. So my mom's will be with white beads and wear the Glory Be and Our Father And it will be rose beads. And then my dad's is going to be black beads with white beads where the Glory be and the Our Father. So that way they'll kind of match. And then the center pieces, I found a woman on Etsy, and it's Mary and Joseph's wedding day. Like their wedding photos. So where they're kneeling in front of the cross. Like, it's so beautiful. The shop is called... Oh, I'll have to look it up. There was one shop called the Beatitudes that might have been where I got it. And there's another shop that someone else mentioned that was really amazing also. Yeah, it was, like, I'm so excited. So almost everything is, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't think I'm going to thicken the downstrokes. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Yeah. Because every time I thicken the downstrokes, I'm like, oh, that's too much. So we're just going to leave it like that. Because what did I do last? Yeah, because I left it like that last week. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Okay, those are new coming to the shop. I was testing them. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so, but yeah, I'm so excited. I've got until May 3rd. So I think that I will be able to get it done. Tuesday, oh yeah, normal stuff on Tuesday. But yeah, so I am really, really excited. I'm waiting on the little straight pin with the curved edge to get here. Those will be here next week, which is fine because I feel like I still have some time. I mean, I do have some time. So, and the good news is oh, why do I do this? I had to order like a lot. Like the beads came in 500, which is good. I don't like that. Blah. Y'all, why do I do this to myself? Because I'm a weirdo. I know. Anyways, they'll be here on Tuesday, but yeah, in case I mess up. There, that's better. Okay. I know, there's not much difference in it. I'm a weirdo. That's cool. I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. And then Russ's tires or oil change happened. I have got the biggest mess going on right now. Okay. Luckily, the oil change didn't take too long. Oh, and they totally tried to sell me stuff that day, too. Tell me that I needed blah, blah, blah. I can't remember. It was like $1,000. And I just looked at the guy and I said, this is my husband's truck. I don't do anything with it. I'll have to give this to him. And he was like, okay, well, let him know. I got home and Russ was like, no. He was like, that's crap. He was like, all it needs is, it was something easy that he could do for like $20 instead of $533 or something asinine for this one part. He was like, no, we're not doing that. So, okay, we're on Thursday. We're today. Hello, we're on today. But yeah. And you know, it used to be like, I don't know. And I get they're selling, but there's nothing cheap about this. This is not selling me a second t-shirt or comfier socks or something like that. I mean, this is people's livelihood. And you're talking about some people, even men. I mean, there are some men out there that don't know anything about cars. So you're just taking advantage of people because it's their mode of transportation. It's how they get around. Like, I don't know. I just think it's shady. It's just shady. I hate it. So if you are out there in YouTube land and you work for these kind of places, or your husband or your partner, whatever, works for these kind of places, and you can tell me that there is a rhyme and reason behind of all of this, I am always open for conversation. Palm Sunday is and let's see here. Yeah, I already put it all in my. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's getting kind of lost right there. Let's suck that up. That's how we suck it up. So, anyways, okay. Now, what else can we talk about? Let's see here. Did I mention I've had some good cry fests about Elvis lately? That's been happening. So yeah, that's been happening. I've been having some cry fests. What else has been happening? I don't know. Okay, Friday. Oh, I'm gonna put that we're going to Somerville today. That kind of just took a Debbie Downer. My bad, guys. We're going to Somerville. I love going to Somerville. I need my little Daisy and Sadie road trips. So I'm a little nervous about these journaling kits and this washi sticker paper. Hopefully it'll sell well, because the sticker paper was not cheap, and it's all just gonna be sitting around here until it sells. Let's see here. We'll do this one. There we go. So hopefully the it'll sell well. But yeah. So I guess I didn't need this little divider thing, because this is a big mama jama with wheels on the car. All right. And this is crooked. So that's happening. I haven't heard from any more jobs. So, I'm just playing it day by day. But right now I'm really busy, so I think that that's good. I was telling my sister, I said, I don't know where I would fit work in if I did have a part-time job right now. Church, they're doing pizza night, which, Fridays are no meat, so vegetable pizza. The choices are cheese, and then cheese with onion, and cheese or vegetarian. So, No, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, but you know what? I can take this little guy that I just did, and we'll put him right here. But I will put this one between here, because I got a lot going on Saturday. I've got the 2 to 5, the Lenten retreat. And then we've got Mass. If you're under here. But yeah. Oops. All right, so we got that, and then we will be coming home. Cheryl is staying with the dogs, so I'm sure they will be spoiled, rotten. Poor Willis, though, he like landed wrong or something. Let's see here. Let's see if I can fit this. No. So we're going to do it a little bit smaller. Shoot. There we go. I think when we just throwing the ball or something, I think that he just came down hard on his shoulder or whatever, because he's been limping a little bit. I noticed it yesterday. So I gave him a gabapentin last night, and then I gave him one this morning with his breakfast. Gave him a gabapentin, so that way he could be a little sedated and relax some instead of being all over crazy wild Willis like he usually is. Okay, tonight we're doing spaghetti. Russ and I are cooking at Andrea's house because my mom and dad will already be at my grandparents', and Andrea is working in the office, so we're gonna stop and we are gonna get stuff for spaghetti and garlic bread. That wasn't gonna be a lowercase, but it is. And then Saturday, I know we are doing meatball subs. And then Sunday, I found a recipe for General Tso's chicken. I found a recipe. My mom sent me a recipe, and it's in the air fryer, so it's supposed to be pretty easy, she said. She said it is pretty easy, but her easy and my easy are two totally different things because she cooks and I do not. Okay, so we got that. And then today, y'all, I just feel like this is a really busy, I'm like knocking stuff out the park over here. I think I did. Oh yeah, let's do some of these then. Did I do any icons? No. We're gonna use Stell Bell. We get to see her. Teddy is off at training. Y'all, after just being there 4 days, he's already a totally different dog. This is such a good training place. It's in Ridgeville or something, or Ridgeway. I can't remember. But she sent Stella there, and I at first was like, come on, Andrea, you don't need to pay this much money because it's a lot of money. But when Stella came back, I was like, oh crap, we need to send our heathen children there. But once Andrea and I were talking it out, because older sister, I have to give my motherly advice, because I was like, Andrea, you're gonna be a good dog mom, you are a good dog aunt, but I can understand her fears, this being her first time ever owning a dog herself, and she was petrified that it would run out in traffic or, run out of the house, and she didn't want it to pull on the leash because she wanted to have a dog that would, because she likes to run with her, and then, active with Alden, and that could take places. Because my cousin Matt and Heather, they are the ones that originally found this place, and their dog Scout, oh my goodness, they take Scout everywhere. And they're part of the advanced train. They do a lot of training with him. They'll go to the outlet malls down in North Charleston, and they will have the dogs around the fountain, and they will not have, they will drop the leashes and walk away, and all those dogs stay. They are crazy trained. And I'm like, that is definitely not me. So, let's see. Oh, I like this one. I'm not procrastinating. Other than everything, I'm fine. Let's do that one instead. Oh, look at literally other than everything. Man. Okay, that's hilarious. But yeah, so that's why she sent Stella to that place. And it has been really good because she lives in a very active neighborhood. And so this way, there's lots of dogs, lots of people. And so when Stella's on a leash or whatever, she doesn't pull or yank. And, it is really good. This dog literally goes outside and you say, Stella, go potty, and she squats and pees. I'm like, I don't even know how that works. But, so she does really good. Let's see here. Oh. But yeah, so she wanted now Teddy, on the other hand, y'all, I think I've said this before, this is the damn dumbest dog I've ever seen. This dog is dumb. He is so dumb. We thought Keebler was dumb. This dog is dumb, guys. So dumb. So, but yeah, after just a couple days, he's already, because they send videos every couple of days on their training. And I gotta bring Andrew notebooks because I have so many and she uses them for work. And I gotta stop and get the picture done. Don't forget those two, but that's not all I'm packing, FYI. This dog is crazy already doing so well. I am just blown away because Andrew had told, because they remember, because Stella went through I don't know, let's see, how old is she gonna be? 3, so not quite 3 years ago, because she was 6 months old when she went through. And they go for 6 weeks, and so they, Andrew was like, look, FYI, this dog is this dog is so dumb. I understand if he's untrainable, and you keep my money. So, okay, but yeah, it's freaking hilarious. But he's doing really well. I was shocked. I was like, what? Because Andrew shares the videos with us, and all of us are just like, that's not the same dog. They replaced Teddy. Okay, so the picture that I cannot forget is my mom and aunt found this beautiful, I guess, anniversary wedding album kind of thing, or it might be a wedding album. I'm not quite sure. All I know is it's going to be filled with pictures of that we're all bringing a picture of us with our favorite picture of us with our grandparents, and it's going to be full of pictures so that they can keep, because at their age, they don't really need anything, so I was going to use some of this subscription with the thing, but this is pink, so I might use it next week with the black and white, because I want to do the coffee. I never put subscription on samplers except for Andrea's birthday sampler because she really, really liked that one, and everything, I'm fine. So I made an exception because she's my sister. What am I supposed to do? Okay, here we go. All right, so not quite sure. Here we got, this is, yeah. All right, this is what we're getting right now. Not quite sure of the rest of the week, although there's only a couple days left, but at least we got all of this done. So that's a lot, man. I'm excited. I'm impressed because I need to go and get packing. I never pack until it's time to leave. Even if I was going on a big trip, y'all, I pack the night before if my flight leaves really early, or I pack that morning if my flight leaves later. I am what they like to call a procrastination packer. Because I have to, nothing is ever clean. So I always have to wait on laundry. And I also wait till the last minute to check the weather to see what I'm going to bring. So anyways, this is this birthday spread week. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are having a great one. I am going to get out of here and get the rest of my day started. Thanks for chugging along. You guys are great. I really appreciate it.